Coral was saying that if you guys are able to win a game this weekend, it would be special because it'd be at home, that you guys have never clinched at home. Were you aware of that? Kind of what are your thoughts on this series?
I think we clinched against Oregon State at home. I think so the one time, but who's counting? Obviously the big thing here is not only the Pac-12 title, but to try and get higher in the RPI so we can host hopefully both the regional and super regional. But it would be special at home, no doubt, especially in a brand new stadium. The first year to bring home a championship would be awesome.
What do you think it means to the senior class, if they can finish this out? 4 championships in 4 years. Talk about the legacy they're going to leave here.
Yeah. Well, it hasn't been done very often, especially in Pac-12 softball.
It's never been done in Pac-12 softball 4 consecutive in a row.
It hasn't?
Nope.
Okay.
3
You checked, huh?
Joe told us. Joe let us know.
Joe let us know, okay. So, that says it all right there. That's just an incredible feat, and it says a lot about that senior class. It started off as about 5 players, and we added to it, with Jerry and Glasgow, Smith and Willett, and Haley Decker, and they just added to the depth of that class. But, with Sheridan Hawkins pitching the whole way through, taking over for Jess Moore, and creating our own legacy there, that's been pretty awesome.
Do you feel any nerves at all, maybe to win that 4th one in 4 years?
Well, I think, you kind of think about that. We know it's there. It's one thing I've never done is try to hide those things from the players. It's like it is there. It's a reality. It's there. Yeah, we do need to win 1 game out of 3, and to win it outright. We're already right now we have a share of it, but that's not the same. We want to win it outright. But we're not shying away from it. It's there. But what we need to do is go through the process of playing good softball.
When this class first showed up on campus 4 years ago, is this something you may have anticipated, that how good they could be and how well they could lead?
Well, you always hope it's going to be that way, but Janelle Limble was one of the first major recruits that was able to get to come to the program, and especially a family that was at UCLA. Her sister played at UCLA, so that was a major coup for us to get Janelle Limble, and it's kind of like what comes first, and you get 1 or 2 good players, and all of a sudden they go, well, why did they go there? And it kind of brings in other players, and I think that's what happened with Janelle. We were able to bring in Coral Costa, who's also contributed greatly from the Five Rank organization, and it's been exciting, and just to see the growth of the program. We still got a long way to go. We know that. This game can be very humbling. You look at Cal last weekend. We were 15-4 the first day and 15-2 the other way on the second day. So, just when you think he may have some things figured out, it comes back to give you a reality check.
Mike, how would you describe Sheridan's season so far? Maybe some ups and downs early, but it looks like she's kind of getting in the groove here.
I would say probably one of the highest roller coasters in the United States. It's definitely been an up and down, but I keep telling her things happen for a reason, and I think it's just illustrated to the fact that she's got to find other ways to win when she doesn't have a great rise ball going. You got to be able to go to some other pitches and maybe some location based, and to be mentally tougher sometimes. I think that one of her letdowns is that she's given up 1 or 2 home runs. She's had a tough time fighting through that because she has such high expectations for herself. I think it's part of it, but that's what drives her too. So just the bounce back she's had this year in the last month has just been tremendous.
Was there any particular adjustment she made? She said earlier in the year maybe she was working through some different pitches that she hadn't thrown a lot and just kind of getting a feel for those.
Yeah, I think there's a combination of a lot of things. I think the big thing was her ball wasn't moving quite the same, and there's a fine line between having good location and poor location. We're talking inches. This is a game of inches, and I think that she was finding the middle of the plate a little bit too much, and of course, people are expecting a certain pitch, and she didn't have the other stuff to go to. She didn't quite trust it yet. It's one of those deals that her success has always been on the rise ball, so when it wasn't working, it's like she panics, but I think she's bounced back from that now, and last weekend we saw against Cal on the 15 strikeout game, she was using a lot of change-ups, and it was really working well. So I'm hoping that is something that she kind of trusts now, and we're able to kind of build on that.
Overall, as a team, how do you feel like you guys are playing right now compared to your past teams that have come into this point in the season in similar positions?
Well, we're a different team. Obviously you can tell that by the home runs. We're way ahead on our home runs. We don't have nowhere near as many stolen bases. We're just a different team. So I think we're going to take our strengths. We have to be able to get runners on base, and this was kind of our Achilles heel last week. We hit a lot of home runs, but we didn't have many runners on base, and so there was a lot of singles. And I like to get those 5-6 run innings where we're hitting doubles and tripling doubles and singles. But don't get me wrong, I'm not going to throw away any home runs. That only counts in slow pitch. You make an out, that's a bad thing. But in fast pitch, any hit's a good one. So But we just got to look at it differently. We've got to try and manufacture more runs through some base hits and things, I think, to be successful in the postseason.
Is it safe to say Sheridan's going to get the ball tomorrow with a chance to clinch the championship?
Yes, I would say so. Yeah, that's what I'm planning on doing. There's no secrets there. She deserves that opportunity. But I'm going to have the other 3 pitchers ready too. So. But I want to see how well our defense plays. We need to play some good defense out here. We've shown some really good stretches of defense, over the past month. So I'm hoping it continues this weekend.
It seems like teams that make the deep run have a good 1-2 pitching staff that they can throw out there. If last weekend was any indication, are you a little nervous that you don't have that number 2 right now that can go out there that you have faith in?
No, the main reason is because I know Megan can bounce back. She's still learning. She's a freshman. I think that she realizes what her mistakes were, that it was all location based. She just got the ball up in the zone, and there's not much you can do at this level when you're doing that. So we've talked about it this week. She's working hard on keeping the ball down, hitting locations. It wasn't like her stuff was bad. If someone all of a sudden loses a few miles an hour and they can't hit location and the spins are not working, I'd maybe be a little more worried. But this one I think is fixable. I think it's just a matter of being a freshman and starting to panic a little bit and getting frustrated in the moment.
Do you guys feel like you have to sweep this weekend to really feel comfortable maybe going into Selection Sunday?
That's our goal, for sure. Obviously, the first goal is win 1 game and then get the series and then to hopefully sweep. But I've already told the team that I think that we need to sweep. I think that my personal opinion is that as if we happen to win the championship clear outright, then we should be the number 1 ranked team in the league for the postseason. That's my theory, but of course I don't make the selection at the end of the season, so we'll have to wait and see on that one.
Let's consider if you guys, let's say, don't get 1 through 8, you get to 9, 10, or 11, you are forced to travel into the super regional. Do you see any kind of benefit with that, considering you're looking at going further east and you don't travel back east too often in the regular season?
Well, we have to wait and see on that one for sure. Of course, you got to win that first regional, and that's always tough. But at least it's at home. It should be at home. We definitely should be in the top 16. But this team has traveled pretty well. We had pretty good success. We went out to ULL and played out there, and the games were really close. That is something we could possibly do. But I think we're a better team at this time of year than we were then. So I feel pretty confident.
Given your location, is it hard to get like a ULL to come out here mid-season? Do you have to have all that stuff front-loaded on the schedule? And is that a kind of detriment to RPI for you guys?
Well, yeah, it's very hard with RPI because of where we're located, and trying to get teams. With our bye weekend now, like last year, we were able to bring in ULL. Next year, we're going to bring in Florida State. So which is going to be exciting. They're ACC champions, and they're a very, very good team. So that's definitely going to help our RPI. But trying to get those midweek games, it's extremely difficult. To try and get those scheduled, especially against quality teams.